Oliver Stone came here. Vanessa Williams was here, Forrest Whitaker was here. There were so many dignitaries who came from all across the world.
Last year we had about 90 movie stars on the red carpet. This year more than 130 movie stars in the opening and closing.
Would you find that as a victory for yourself, that a film that you guys believed in and it went on to create such an impact worldwide?
We would like to have our festival as an international festival where you can find the best films all over the world, but there is a focus on Arab cinema.
It's a huge honor to have Mr. Intishal with us. He's the festival director at Al Gouna Film Festival, the second edition. Pleasure having you, sir, on Bollywood Hungama, first of all.
Hi.
All right, so the first festival must have been a tough one because everyone had these apprehensions that how it will just pan out. Were you happy with the sort of response that you got? You got Oliver Stone came here, Vanessa Williams was here, Forrest Whitaker was here. There were so many dignitaries who came from all across the world and just made it such a successful festival last year.
Actually, what made the festival successful is not only the number of the big stars coming to the festival, but also, and not only because of the very good opening, very good closing, and very huge and wide red carpet, but also with the other activities the festival is providing. Because if you will look at the festival in that perspective, for the opening and red carpet and the number of the stars, the festival will be actually will have negative reception without the balance of a very good program and very serious and very interesting cinema platform. Because I believe to have such a kind of balance between all the big show things and with a very good and very strong program, this is give the success of the festival. Last year we managed to have probably the best films of the world. I mean, we had all the winners of Venice, Toronto, and San Sebastian, and including all the winners from the beginning of the year: Sundance, Rotterdam, Berlin, Calvary, Locarno, Cannes, and also other huge festivals. This year we repeat the same model of the last year. Actually, there is very few festivals which start that huge. I mean, many friends who advise me not to invite a big list of guests. Many people told me that I should not start single platform from the beginning. Friends who love me told me don't insist to have only films of that year. We did the opposite. We did big festival, also is a huge number of the guests, and we started from the beginning with the cinema platform, our industry arm. Many people ask us why this success, why that big coverage? Because I believe no international festival in the region, including Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Marrakesh, Qatar, had that huge coverage than what we had last year and we had this year. I mean, since '66, where the first film festival in the region, which is Qatar, no festival in the region received that number of the movie stars. I mean, last year we had about 90 movie stars on the red carpet. This year, more than 130 movie stars in the opening and closing. To know and to look for the reason why all this success, I believe, because first of all we had a very strong vision. We have we learn from all the mistakes of other festivals. We learn from all the success of the previous festivals. I believe that we look to ourselves not as a first edition last year, and we don't look to ourselves as a second edition this year. We look that we are continue the work of festival since Venice till this moment, or from other countries since Qatar till this moment. This success is because we are not only working as a management, not only as a team, not only as a volunteers, but we are surrounding with a love and participant of big community of stars, filmmakers, cinema lovers, and audience. The excitement around the festival make it happen. I mean, I believe that we have some mistakes, some problems, our team, 80% of our team, they are not only didn't work in other festivals, they didn't even visit any festival before this first edition, and we have the same team for the second year, and they do very well, and the atmosphere around things and the energy. We might be this year more organized. We might have more experience, but I always saying to my team that we should keep the excitement, to keep the energy. Without this energy, you will not have any result.
You mentioned about various films who made a big impact in various other important festivals like Cannes and Sundance and Toronto. In fact, I think you guys have had a unique distinction last year that one of your films, Yomadin, it had I think 2 huge screenings in El Gouna. And at the same time, I think it went on to just earn so much of distinction all across the world. I think it went to Cannes after this, and it got a great response. Do you find that as a victory for yourself, that a film that you guys believed in, and it went on to create such an impact worldwide?
Personally, I have a very long story with this film, because this film based on a short film called The Colony. That film was screened in a festival in Rotterdam, our film festival, where I was the artistic director. And later on, this film received the fund of Senate when I was the head of the Senate Film Fund. And last year, we have it in the Cineguna platform. I won an award and went to Cannes. And I was witness in Cannes, and I probably have the best video of this uploading. 15 minutes of welcome to the filmmaker. After that, it's actually a victory for us. And this is not the only film. We always trying to support Arab cinema, especially. As you know that our program is international. That means all the competition, even the official program outside the competition, even our side programs or special programs, is all international. I mean, we don't look to ourselves as Egyptian Film Festival. We don't look to ourselves as an Arab Film Festival. We are international, but the only part where we look to that as a focus on Arab cinema is the Cineguna platform, and in the programming is the award which is the best Arab film in each competition. First of all, a bridge between Arab filmmakers and international. We would like to have a possibility to push the Arab cinema all over the world. If you go to Calvivari, you will see international film festival, but there is an accent on the Eastern European films. If you go to San Sebastian, you will see it's international film festival, huge international festival, but also there's accent on Latin American films, or Durban African, or Busan Asian. We would like to have our festival as an international festival where you can find the best films all over the world, but there is a focus on Arab cinema. And this focus, you can see that 1/3 maximum of the films in the competition is Arab films, and also the Cineguna platform, as I mentioned, which is only Arab. It's Arab activity. That means only projects from the Arab world. That means only director or producer can submit their films. And this year we received 145 submissions, which is a record because last year we managed only to have 55 projects. And we skew to these projects, first of all, meeting with a jury, and this jury will give $175,000, which is also a big record. Also, they will meet mentors to benefit from their advice, and they will meet more than 100 professionals, distributors, producers, film festival directors, and film fund directors, and different institutions. So why this part? This is our way to support Arab cinema. But also we have another way to support Arab cinema, where we become the place where we can send all the Arab films to be in international festivals. I mean, there are several films which we can enjoy the world premiere with us. We help them to go to different film festivals before us, like Venice and Toronto especially. Regarding the success of sending more projects, I believe that will be witnessed in the next years for that, because some of the projects now they are in development stage, and some of them in post-production. That means post-production they might be ready in the next 3 or 4 or 6 months, but the development they could be ready after 2 or 3 years, or 1 year or 2 years. So why this is we will continue that process, and we will continue feeding Arab cinema.